Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Beth and today I have some exciting personal news and the questions that arise because of it, so hold tight. So as you may or may not know, I am writing a series called the Stone Dragon Saga, and I completed the fourth book in that series back in October. So I let it sit for a little while and did the whole nano thing, which I failed miserably at this year. Um, and then I came back to it and started to edit it. But with the way my writing process goes, the story, by the time it gets typed up, has already been through at least one draft and usually two before I get it done being typed. So by the time I get the entire story typed up, it has been through between 2 and 4 edit revision processes. And so I thought, before I do anything else, I'm going to send this to a couple of people who were on the list for waiting to get to read it for me, and just do surface reading to tell me, do the characters flow? Do they sound like themselves? Does the setting work? Do my flashbacks work? Does everything, go in the correct timeline? Are all the people correct? Did I use the right names? All of the kind of surface stuff, and then we'll get to grammar and deep edits and all of that later. But the actual story issues, I needed to know if there were any. What I got back was a few notes on grammar, which I wasn't ready for, but what do you do? One of them's an editor, so yeah. And both of the people that read it telling me this is the best book in the series, that they can easily see all of them being turned into a movie, but this one especially, it jumped off the page. They couldn't put it down. 5-star read, blah, 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 which is great. It's amazing. That is my wonderful news. But it also leads to questions like, if this is the best in the series, which is amazing, what does that say about the 3 that I wrote before that? 3 that are out there on Amazon and CreateSpace right now. People have downloaded them to Kindle. I have friends reading them to do reviews for me. So if this unpublished one is the best, what are the other 3? What are the other 3? What are the other 3 are the first 3 books in the series, Elizabeth. Come on now. All this means is that your writing has improved. It's gotten better. This is a good thing. Your characters have grown and evolved into themselves and into friends and into a story. Your worlds have evolved and been well filled in at this point, and you can go back to the first 3 books. You're not traditionally published, you're self published. You hope to be traditionally published, and now that you know what you need to do, you can go back, you can fix it, take them down, or redo them if you need to. That's all there is. Number 2, should I go back and completely revise them and then put them back out there? Do a huge overhaul rewrite? Well, maybe not such a huge overhaul. I mean, honestly, the story is good. It is a great story. You just need to strengthen your writing a little bit. Go back, reread, and find the places that you need to make it sound better. You started the first book 7 years ago, 8 years ago now, 8 years ago. And you've written pretty regularly since then, which means that every time you write, your writing is getting better. And so there's 8 years worth of growth in there. So yeah, a little bit of a redo might be in order, but not a huge overall. It's a great story. You just need to pump it up a little bit. Well, I love reading other authors and seeing how the story ties together and everything strengthens as series go along. What do I need to do to make book number 1 feel just as strong as book number 4? I know I'm not going to be Maggie Stiefvater, but her lyricism has the Raven Boys and the Raven King tied together in such a way that while the world gets stronger and her writing matured a little throughout, with the characters, there wasn't a huge deficit between the first and last book. What am I doing and how can I make it work like that for mine? Like I just said, the story is solid. No, you're not going to be Maggie Stiefvater. Nobody's going to be Maggie Stiefvater. Maggie is Maggie for a reason. You're not writing the Raven Boys. You're writing the Stone Dragon Saga. And you can appreciate the beauty of her writing, and you can appreciate the way that she creates worlds, the way that J.K. Rowling created a world, just like you can appreciate the way Cassandra Clare created a world. But none of those have any bearing on the world you created. So stop thinking about how much better than you they are, because you know what? Yeah, they're great writers, but they had to redo and rewrite over and over and over again. And the only thing that is keeping you from going out there and being on that list is the fact that you need to woman up and get yourself an agent. And one of the ways you're going to do that is, yes, you need to go back and look over the first couple of books and redo them a little, tweak here and there. Just like I said a minute ago, pay attention, Elizabeth. And should I even think about starting book number 5 if I need to go back and redo the rest? Nothing to think about. You sat down to write a menu the other day and out popped the first 150 words of the final book. So guess what? You already started it. Yes, you do need to do a little bit of an outline, think about where it's going, because you haven't done any of that yet. But you know what? We've always been pantsers. So you started it. Oh well. You need to do that anyway. It's got to be written eventually, baby doll. Get her done. These are questions that I am going to have to ask another day to an older Beth, future Beth. Dear future Elizabeth, get your act together, woman. If you guys have any answers for me or suggestions, please leave them down below. I'm, I don't know. I'm going to read something and pretend like I don't have to worry about these things. Like old me just said, leave me a comment down below. You got anything to say? Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Give me 2 even. Go somebody else's account and come show me some extra love. Subscribe if you're new. I can't wait to hear from you guys, and I will see you again soon. Bye. You know what? My characters are worth it. They're my babies. I'm going to pretty them all up later. Eventually, yes. If you liked it, hit the button and subscribe with the things. Yep. Phew, these are dirty sunglasses.